How come every time I go to start a live, I forget sound? One day. One day. There's a little dangly bit. I'll put this bit on. Here we are. This little bit. I'm going to turn this on. There we go. There we go. Is that looking like it's working? It is. Now you can go there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Alright, here we are. Okay. Two things happening today, team. We're going to kick off with this painting. Add some more paint to it. Surprise. And then I've got a guest painting. That might be a little bit of fun. G'day Jay, how we doing? And Jew, hello, how you doing? Angel, I don't speak Spanish. Don't talk Spanish. But I would love it. If one day, Angel, you could jump on in here and not use the caps lock. Hey guys. Alright. We've got Richard. We've got Jose. Jay Smith is out here sharing the live. These are exciting things. Now, let's jump down here. Got a couple of blue shades. And it looks to me like I need to go get some white paint. Not right now, but Angel, you're not getting anything until you learn how to turn off caps lock. Now, 3 shades of blue. Hello, Tash. Welcome. It's always fun to get a New Zealander in here. How's the digital marketing scene going for you right now, Tash? Is it popping? Hello, Seb. How are you? Paintings look wonderful. Thanks, Todd. Appreciate that. And hello, Richard. Darko? Right. Hello from South Africa. South Africa. So I'm going to guess Cape Town? Cape Town? Or am I dreaming? Cape Town. Surely Cape Town. Also from South Africa. Welcome. Amethyst, Los Angeles. We know you're from Los Angeles, Amethyst. Pretty cool though. We've got South Africa, Los Angeles, New Zealand, represented in the painter and the following, which I think is pretty fun. Johannesburg. Oh, I was completely incorrect. Flo from Austria, welcome. And hello, Lizzie. Welcome back to this wholesome little corner of the internet one more time. Melbourne, Australia. That's fun. That's fun. Been a while since I've been to Melbourne. The name Sid Gower keeps coming up in my comment box. In the comment box? Huh, weird. Sorry about that, Ralph. My name keeps coming up in your comment box. How dare I? How dare I have the audacity? Here we go. Good to have you here, Richard. Of course I greeted you. I'm loving the painting. Thank you very much, Lizzie. I appreciate that. Look, Lizzie, I've got a soft spot for the oceans as well. I think paint represents oceans in a beautiful way. I think a human's eye and how we see an ocean, how we see it sort of unfold and how we could reflect that in paint. I think it's a lot of fun. It's something that Serena, thank you, appreciate you, and Sindre, thanks for the Guardian Wings. You legends. Lovely support. Lucas, Brazil. Welcome from Brazil. Let's get that in there. Right. Where do we go next? There we go. Reminds me of a dream. That's pretty cool, Jew. Hey, who sees that? That's pretty fun. We've got Jew and we've got Lou. It's like, it's a pretty fun coincidence. One comment after the next. But yeah, there's an element of this which should be dreamy. And the reason I'm glad you see that in it is because the beach where this photo was taken, I took the photo, but the place where this photo was taken is called Dreamland Beach. So I didn't call the painting, or I don't think I'm going to call it Dreamland Beach, because I don't think people will connect that. They'll think that I'm actually saying it's dream. So the painting is likely going to be called Uluwatu. And then from there, we'll have to collectively infer which beach it might be. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Thanks, Todd. That is correct. Wow, what a coincidence. Yeah. But I think the reason why I love this picture is because, yes, it's at a beach called Dreamland. And there was an element of it, which was dreamy. I don't think they called it Dreamland by accident. I think sunsets on this beach are one of the most special things you can see. One of the greatest sunsets I've ever seen. You know, you could go all around the world and spend your life chasing sunsets. And I don't think you'd reach the end of it and think you wasted it. I think you'd reach the end of it very happy, satisfied. That you'd done something pretty fun, pretty meaningful. Is it in New Zealand? Jew, it's not in New Zealand. This beach is in Indonesia. And if you go into Indonesia, go to out of Indonesia, you go to Bali, south of Dispensa, if that's how you say it. Cheers, Joe. And south of Dispensa, down the bottom of the island of Bali, and you will find a small place on the far left at the bottom called Uluwatu. It's well known for tourism, probably too well known at this stage, but that doesn't take away from the beauty of the beaches. That's still obvious. Yes, indeed we are, Jay. I'll show you. We haven't showed this yet, so bear with me. I'll just make sure there's charge in this. Yeah, there's plenty of charge in this. So I'll just get this cord before I forget. Classic me. What's that in there? Come on. Just a little bit caught under all these parts. Here we go. Come with me. All the way up here. You were wrong. You were all good, Lizzie. Now, that's charging. Perfect. Into here. Voila. So there's our character running out into the waves. She's holding a surfboard subtly. And you can see the intensity of the sun here. These, excuse that. That's actually saying where the photo was taken. Dreamland Beach on the 5th of April. So there we see the water sort of churning up towards her, the waves cutting across, and the sun very intense over in that corner. So that's where we're at. Pow. So, in the process of layering it up, bit by bit. Hello, Johnny. Welcome on in. And thanks, Jew. I appreciate that. I wonder if I actually, give me a second, move this over to here. Ah, I see what's happening here. 1 second. Here we go. Perfect. Lucifer. Stunning sunset. It's definitely a fun sunset. Ooh, actually, that's a mistake on my part. This was better over here because I highlighted this corner down here. And I'm a big fan of that. Can we see, though? Always have to... There we are. Probably even a little bit more on the angle there. Okay. Just get those comments back. He has the original one up in the house and don't know if he's going to sell. What was that about, Jay? The original. What was the original? You're seeing things that I miss? I appreciate that. Is it acrylic? It is indeed. Oh, Lizzie, you beat me to it. You're too fast. Elephant. Ah, indeed. Indeed. So, probably tomorrow, I'm going to head down to the... tomorrow, I'll get them the elephant photographed. I haven't yet. So prints will come available. Not tomorrow for the prints available, but tomorrow I get it photographed. I'm a bit delayed on a few of them. And I've got a big print drop coming, which will be pretty fun. A lot of prints all in a big hit. But I'll keep you posted. You won't miss out, I promise. How much painting of yours, which painting of yours did you connect with the most? It's an interesting question. That is an interesting question because I think the cheesy answer is that as you go through life, you do slowly change. And as you change and grow and alter, I think you connect with the current painting you're doing the most. Well, you should. And the paintings you've made connected most with you at that point in time. They're like little milestones that define you. I can't read that, Rubens, but I'm excited you're saying it. Here we go. Has anyone remembered to stay hydrated today? Have you, Lizzie? Are you on top of that? Here we go. Thanks, KS. Absolute pleasure to have you here. Hopefully you find the artwork contagious as well. We're trying to capture a little bit of crazy vitality in the way we paint this. It's never a guarantee, but hopefully we can. Super cool. Thank you. Down in here. Down through here. There we go. Then over the top. More of this intense blue. There we go. You have a painter laugh. A painter laugh. This is news to me. Didn't know there was such a thing. Like, specifically that painters are laughing enough to have a laugh. I love that. Hello, MV from Miami. And it means my congratulations. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. And appreciate the translation too. There we go. A couple of little clouds here on the horizon line. There we go. I've never heard Bob Ross laugh. No, but he did smile non-stop. And even without the laughs, we know he had nothing but love, which is fantastic. That's how I see without my glasses for real. All right. You live in a pretty cool world. I'm going to be back in just a moment. I'm going to grab myself a little couffe. Out of interest, if you're not live, do you paint in silence or still talk out loud? It's a great question. It is a great question. If I'm not live, I'll typically be painting in a social situation. So there'll be people to talk to around me. It's one of those things where if you are talking non-stop, that's one way to do it. And we're having this communication backwards and forwards, audio to text. But it's definitely fun when the people are with you and you can ask them and hear them. That'll impact you in different ways. But collectively, or music, or silence, all the things. All the things. Hello, Santiago. Welcome in. And Watercolor-esque. I like that. Sasha. It's not finished yet. Let it be finished. Let it be finished. Right. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Here I come. Thanks for your patience with me. The animal kingdom. Animal kingdom's just come into the room. He's like, why is no one here? Got 48 people waiting patiently. Totally justified. I saw it. Now it's gone. The painter? Yeah, fair enough. My favourite artists have greeted me. Now I can... Cheers, Richard. First time paint on your shirt. Yeah, I like the shirt though. So, I've got a soft spot for it. But in all honesty, it's probably got a bit too much paint on it now. So, we're working with that. Oh, cheers, Todd. That's really kind of you. Hey, Jay Smith. Lizzie. I think that's the two moderators we have in here right now. Cheers, Animal Kingdom. I'm wondering if I was able to get some merchandise like hats and beanies. I did have some stuff on bound, those tights and things. They just take a bit too long to deliver. But if I did get some stuff, what would you be most interested in? Because I reckon it'd be pretty cool to send out some merch to the mods. I think we can all agree that's pretty fun. Don't worry, we're talking about a day. Fair enough. Fair enough. Here we go. So I've been working with a few different merchandise groups, but I want to get one that's good quality for you guys. I don't want to send out just junk. So there's an eco-friendly aspect to it as well. We don't want just mass-produced stuff. You got to know that actually it's, if you are getting it, it's all the bells and whistles. As carbon neutral as we can find. I was trying to get some t-shirts made from bamboo, which is pretty cool. You're a successful artist regardless if you love what you do and you enjoy every second of it, and you'll do anything to perpetuate that. If that's not the definition, then Van Gogh and Monet were failures. Are they failures? They could be. Are we defining Van Gogh and Monet as failures? Animal Kingdom. And thanks, Rango. Animal Kingdom, it's something I say in abundance, much more than other Kiwis would. And that's okay. I probably say it a lot more than other Kiwis would. Here we go. Swapping on to Baby Blue. Superhero catchphrase. Not quite, but I like it. I like the word champion. It's 3 syllables. To say it means you mean it. How much do you mean it? Well, at the very least, you mean it with 3 syllables of effort. Have you seen the shirts with the quotes on the back? Have you seen the shirts with the quotes on the back? You're an absolute champion. I have not seen those shirts, but sounds like someone's already making merch. Hello, Jet. Welcome. Here we go. Here we go. Applying these brush strokes in a way that I want each brush stroke in its own little secular part of the painting to have beauty in it. That if you got rid of the rest of the painting, that little part would still be nice. Do you sign pieces at the end? I don't know if I missed it. Look, I do sign pieces, but it's not the relevant part. I don't always sign pieces. I think the signing of a piece, or the desperation to put our signature on it. If you're desperate to put your signature on it, it may be an ego. Maybe your ego taking there. Now, of course, they need to know who the piece belongs to. And of course, there's sometimes immense value in a name. But if you personally, as the artist, are desperate to sign the work, or are you signing it for someone else? If you're putting your signature on it because someone else wants you to, that's different from an innate need to put your signature on it. So always ask yourself why you're doing it. Right. A little bit more around here. Perfect. Aurora, Venus and Lucifer. That's exciting. It's that little part there. There we go. And then up over here. There we are. There we are. Baby blue, baby. Here we are. Hopefully, as we slowly add little bits of water through here, you'll start to get this rippling feel in these waves. But we'll see. It'll take time. It'll take time. I think we want a little bit of Venetian pink, fun colour. And when did your passion for art start? Ju. I think it's always been there, hasn't it, Ju? It's one of those things where I think we start with a huge amount of passion. And I think then life, experience, moments, challenges, things get in the way. And so that's why we say discover your passion and rediscover your passion. I think discovery is probably the moment you became aware of it. And then rediscovering was just when you were reminded of it. That's okay. Yes? Yes. Now, let's stand back and have a little look-see here. Okay. Yeah, there's going to be the right colour, and it's certainly going to play a huge role on that left-hand side. That's where we're attacking. That's the plan. Let's see here. See there, perfect. Sorry. Thanks, Lizzie. Right. A little bit there. All right. Venetian pink. Okay. There we go. Venetian pink. Perfect. Resting smile face. The wrinkles on my face will one day tell that story vividly. If I'm lucky enough to have wrinkles on my face that are permanent evidence of how many smiles you've made, done, had, then that's pretty cool. There we go. Cheers, Jay Smith. We're certainly having fun with the color palette here. Intense. It's like the song of Ice and Fire. Mixture of intensity. Intensity of reds. And then relaxed nature of blues, yellows, depth in the blues. There we go. Have you used any other mediums? Of course I have. I like oils. And I try to paint for 6 hours. 6 hours is the sweet spot. There we go. All right, a little bit more up here. I'm just going to keep splashing this around. There we go. Venetian pink. Venetian pink. There we are. It's LJ. I just adjusted my name a bit. Fair enough, LJ. Fair enough. Hello, Victoria. We missed you, Victoria. What's your favorite color, Mikey? Jeepers. What would it be? I don't have one. But if I had to choose, maybe a turquoise. Or a baby blue. But I don't know. Ha! Paint looking like candy. Yeah. Venetian pink does have that edible feeling to it. Certainly. Green. That's exciting. We've all been good, Victoria. Good to have you back. However long it lasts for, before you need to run off and prepare dinner. We've lost you to dinner the last few nights, Victoria. Totally understand. Okay. A little bit here. Perfect. Perfect. You're going to lose me to dinner soon too. Who is this artist called Dinner, and why do you prefer him over me? Here we go. Little bits. Right here at the edge. Very fun painting, this one. Fair enough, gamer. Paint me like one of your French girls, Jack. Let's cast aside the fact that she technically in the movie said draw. Because Jack was on a boat and only had a pencil, a sketch pad, and a pad. If this is Steve, I don't believe it. Fair enough, Rick. This one is not Steve. But I like you considering that perhaps every shot could be Steve. So what's the story behind this piece? It's so pretty. And Carly, absolutely. If we finish this one in the correct colours and it looks really special, we'll make it available as a print. Victoria, in terms of this piece, this is a photo that I took, and it's of Dreamland Beach in Uluwatu. It was the first place I took the surfboard out in the water, the surfboard we ended up painting. So, very, very special beach. And I was saying before that the fact that it seems like a dream is reminiscent of that beach because it did have a dreamy aspect to it. As if you weren't in reality anymore, or you'd gone into a digital program that was supposed to be perfect. The sky was just so intensely red, and then right beside it, the water was just so intensely blue, almost cut right down the middle in the photos you'd take. Fascinating. DF's a new fave. Look at you go, Victoria. But let's see where it gets to first, Victoria. Loose with texture, but still a structural setup. Thank you. Appreciate that. That is a very, very correct observation. I try and avoid a lot of the craft aspect of what, excuse me, spilled coffee everywhere. The craft aspect of how the art comes together. I prefer to dwell on the whys and the theory and the feeling behind it, but that's to a T exactly what's happening here. We want to maintain a lot of the structural setup, the composition of the piece. So you'll see darker trails coming towards our character, the cut line of the first wave, and a horizon line starting to appear, along with a swirl in the clouds. But we want to make sure the brush strokes that we're using are all very, very loose. So when you're close, it looks wavy and wild. I've been discovered. Kirsten Rambo knows exactly what's happening here. Clever, clever. Clever, clever. And down we go. Here we are. Just around these little areas. Perfect. Tell me, how tall am I? That is the most relevant question that we've asked here all day. I'm glad you asked it. Now I think I'm... How tall am I? 5'9"? 5'9"? 5'9"? 5'9". Possibly. There we go. Do you have any classes due? First off, I'm incredibly sorry. I was supposed to. I was dabbling with it a lot on series. And I haven't released it yet because it's not where I want it to be. But I do want to release a class for you guys and make it really, really easy and accessible. And I've been trying to consolidate it and condense it, make it fun, and not have it like a video in this form, where here you watch and I lead you guys on a journey. I'd like the series to be more like a thing where you can sit down with your own canvas, your own paper, your own medium, and we can go on a journey through a piece together. So if you don't want to do the art with me, that's okay. You can just watch it and go inside the mind of an artist as we go through the different stages. But then if you do want to do it with me, it's done in a pace where you can join me and we can go step by step by step. And the pictures may look different, but it'll be pretty special, I think. Mikey, thank you, you champion. Connie, welcome back. Okay. Let's see. Looking forward to it. Cheers, Jew. Appreciate that. And Tony. Welcome to the team, Tony. All right. Oh, I love white. All right. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. And around here. Sunshine. Hello, sunshine. How we doing? All right. Perfect. Get this intense color in here through it. Lindo, hello. And Wilson. Wilson. Is that Wilson or Wilson? Regardless, fun name. There we go. Perfect. This is the color. This is the color we want. This is the color we want. This is what we're after. So we're starting to see those highlights coming into it. Perfect. Looking great so far. Thanks, Tony. And do you collect any seashells while you were there? Jew. I did not. I did not. There wasn't a whole lot of them. I collected memories. And my phone captured a few of them. So I could bring them back here and turn them into paint. Which I think is pretty special. There we go. We're still using quite a large brush here. I'm not quite ready to give it up. It's having a huge effect. Too big? Not yet. Crossing the side here. The whole way in. Hello, Mason. Welcome back. Good to have you back here, Mason. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Have you ever done a self-portrait? Excuse me. We get that question a lot. I get that question a lot. How do I feel about it? Maybe one day we'll do one. Maybe one day. Tell you what, there's been so many requests for it that maybe I'll just have to swallow my views on it. I like to capture the rest of the world. I'll need to just sit down and do a self-portrait. See where that takes me. This one here? Oh, this one here. This is 1.2 meters. by 1.2 meters. So that's about 46 inches by 46 inches. Barnaby sneaking into the portrait. I like that. That's funny. Here we go. It's getting pretty hot. I'll tell you what, we'll go for another 15, 20 minutes. I might need to go. I might need to go swap into something that a bit better than these pants. They're nice, they're comfy, but heat. All right. A little bit of, what's this? Chinese blue. Hello, Gerald. How are we doing? And Naffy. Good to have you here, Naffy. Ha! That's bang on. Jay Smith sending the ball out of the park. It's a picture he took in Indonesia. Whoop, lost the bottle. It's a picture he took in Indonesia. And I love it. It'll be interesting too, because in the format it prints, it'll be the first square print, which is pretty exciting. Seb, what's the painting today? W. Londoner. The painting today is a woman running to the surf. Some characters in the surf, and she's running out to join them. That's what we're depicting. How do I identify as a paintbrush? I think you just need to put it in your Instagram bio. Is that how it works? After you believe, of course. Here we go. Hello, it's awesome. How Australian, and I like it. Yeah. Actually, funny you say that. Character here, running into the surf, is Australian. So it's Uluwatu. Who's been to Uluwatu here? If you haven't been, who wants to go to Uluwatu? Who's got it on their agenda one day? Do you ever play music while painting? Of course I do. Of course I do. I think music from time to time is a nice touch. Music's a nice touch. I haven't quite figured it out though, guys. Am I allowed to play music during the stream? Or do you reckon it would end poorly? I think we get a one of those violation warnings from TikTok. Don't do that. Definitely on the list now. Perfect. Perfect. You won't regret it. Special place on planet Earth. There we go. Little bits through here. Little bits here. And there we go. Perfect. There we go. Fantastic. How about New Zealand folk music? Like Flight of the Conchords. Possibly. There we go. Exactly. How have you been working on, how long have I been working on this one? I think we're in hour number 2. Layer number 3. That's a no. We just keep adding strokes. Like I was saying, we're gunning for a particular feeling to come out of it. And we haven't got that feeling yet. And so we'll just keep going. There we go. There we are. Step on back. Let me have a look-see here. Pretty fun. There we go. Where else are we going to go? Just down in here. Beautiful. Little bits. Up through here. Jay Smith. That's a smoking hot answer right there. It's almost 2 a.m. here. I've got to get some sleep. Catch you later, Gerald. Thanks for joining in. So yeah, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, you've got a right, provided it doesn't hurt anyone else, to do whatever makes you happy. Who is Jay Smith? Jay Smith's one of the moderators. And Jay was just giving an innocent little roast. Like a gentle roast. I'd call it a slow roast. To someone. Here we go. Here we go. Your artwork is amazing. You give me a quote every few months ago. Gave me a quote a few months ago. Hopefully soon I can move forward. A quote. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant a verbal quote, Darren. But that's fantastic. You let me know. There's no hurry. Take all the time you need. I'm not going anywhere. There we are. Cheers for the Guardian Wings. I appreciate that. Here we go. Down through here. And then up the top here. We're going to come over the top. Just like that. Just adding a few more layers into these clouds. Where else are we going to go? Here. Here. And here. You're starting to see those highlights coming out in a few little moments there. That's pretty fun. There's sort of a, you might start to see it. The one thing I like about this photo as a compositional element is that it has this hourglass effect where the center of it's the character, where it comes out in a triangle and comes up in a triangle, as if this all extends roughly, wildly, but from the character. And I love that. Warm or cool tones, a mixture. Almost left and right. Left warm, right cool. But Almost. A direct cut. I can see it. Connie can see it. Connie's living that composition life. She spots it. The way the aqua and salmon colors complement each other is insane. Yeah. It's simple, but it's effective, Victoria. It's one of those things. It's like vermilion and Chinese blue and vermilion, salmon and pastels. Salmon's borderline pastel itself. But those pastel blues, just a little bit of a flick through them, have such an impact. There we are. Best reason to go to New Zealand. Because you can. It's a lovely place to travel to. If you haven't been there yet, you're missing out. If you weren't from New Zealand, it's definitely a place you have to go. If you're from New Zealand, it's a place you've got to come back to. That's probably a good test for a country. Does the population talk about going back there or leaving there? A lot of New Zealanders actually head across to Australia. But I like our peaceful New Zealanders. It's a small little island. It's fun. I've got family out in a place I can't even spell. Fair enough. Just sent an email on site for a commission. That's lovely, Sasha. That's phenomenal. I'll be in touch with you. Not right now, but I'll be in touch. Here we are. Here we go. There we go. And then all through this area here, we're gonna coat this. There we go. Perfect. A little bit of a scratchy technique there. There's bubbles. Seb, blah, 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 blah. Seb is short for Sebastian. Great name. My parents were halfway between Sebastian and Lachlan. They chose Sebastian. Lachlan would have been pretty cool too. And then if I was a female, they were going to call me Rose, which is lovely. There we go. Perfect. Attention. I'm missing out the conversation there, but hello, Michael. Welcome in. Ti amo. Hello. Welcome. Right, combining both these colours. My name, mum, blah. My mum almost named me Rebecca. That's cute. I like that. Here we go. A little bit through here. And let's bring up a little bit through here. Just little bits of grey. and up over here. Hello, AntCTV. Your brother would have been Rebecca if he had been a girl. Yeah, fair enough. Here we go. So, this is more of a grey tone. You get it when you combine Venetian pink, Chinese blue, and a bit of white. It's a fun tone. I'm just using it to jump in amongst the lighter Venetian pinks and those baby blues. There we go. Good night. Jew, I will catch you later. Thanks for being here, Jew. Here we are. A little bit through here. Perfect. Now we're talking to it. A little bit through here. Yeah, a little bit down here. And over here. Lovely. The colours in the painting are calming. That's fun. Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice spread. You're convinced that I don't sleep. Maybe I don't. Let me see here. Don't paint life models or things from the Titanic. Maybe one day we will do a painting from the Titanic. And then say, paint me like one of your French girls. I can just direct them to a beautiful print. Maybe he's a vampire. Could be. Wouldn't be a very good one. I'd be too polite. Be like, when you had your victim there, you'd be like, are you comfortable? Can I get you a glass of water? Be like, aren't you supposed to be a vampire? I thought that's supposed to be scary. But I'm sorry. I didn't fully read the job description. This but always makes me nervous. All right. There we go. And this is going to be those tops of the waves. There we go. Little bits of this grey. Every time we add this in, it gives those other colours a chance to pop. There we go. There we go. Don't forget to check out Seb's. Oh, thanks, Victoria. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. She's correct. There we go. Get a little bit more on this board here. Does the concentration tongue. Yes, Tanya. Story of my life. Actually, I have to try and control it so I don't sit there chewing on my tongue the entire time I'm painting. This is a fact. Now you've discovered it. This is trouble. Everyone's going to start spotting my concentration tongue now. Unless they already knew about it and they were being polite. There we go. Intense grey. There we go. And up through here. I think it just makes us cool. Perfect. Glad to hear we're cool. This is a positive. Here we go. All right, and over here. All the way to the edge. I bite my lip when I'm focusing. Yeah. I just start giving my tongue an ultimate workout. My concentration gets a bit much. Each person's at their own little thing. Keeps my focus in tune though. I can't believe you've never noticed it, Victoria. It even creeps into a few reels from time to time. Nerdy turkey. There is indeed. Would be cool if you could paint something smaller. If you'd like something smaller, there is prints available. So you can still get that collectability without that huge size, which is kind of fun. They are at the moment, but there is more on the way. There is more on the way. Lorraine, how we doing? Welcome. Here we go. A few little bits. And back we come. Let's have a little bit of a look-see here. We're on the right trajectory, team. This is the right trajectory. We just need to keep going. Our colour palette's good. What we've added to paint is good. Just got to keep having fun with it. Inspiration pick. Pow. So if I put it here, in fact, I'll tell you what I can do. Let's do this cute little thing. There and down and up and down. And in fact, now I put it there. I want a few more of those deep aquamarines. I'm going to grab this plate with its deep aquamarines. I'm going to add a bit of purple to this. Purple, deep aquamarine. We'll see where that takes us. You're off to dinner. You're all good. We will see you when you get back. Hold on, team. Just jumping on this here. There we go. Okie dokie. Not that one. This one. Black? Do I dare? No. Brilliant violet. Too purpley. Oh, is it? Yeah, too purpley. Too purpley. But this might be good. Yeah. We'll dabble with this. This is a light violet. So, more of an innocent touch. Okay. Have a little bit of a look-see. Okie dokie. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. Yes, purple. Animal Kingdom's put the vote out there for purple. Before we do it though, first up, there's a few of the aquamarine blues. All the way at the top there. All right, Taco Tuesday, everyone. Indeed, it's exciting. You just had one. Taco Tuesday is going off. This is exciting. Right. Over here. Tuesday here, what? Well, it's different time zones. So, one side of the world has Taco Tuesday, while the other side might be missing out. Wild. Get these aquamarines back in here. Make sure they pop. It is almost 12 o'clock here in New Zealand. That is correct. This is correct. Here we go. $8 p.m. in New York City. That's exciting. Just the time. Sit down with a glass of wine and watch a Kiwi painter splash around on a canvas. All right. Got something caught in my throat and I'm battling. Here we go. Perfect. That's what we're after. Doesn't matter what time it is in New York City. I guess it doesn't. Actually, it's true. Red wine. There we go. More aquamarine. Okay. Down through here. And all the way down to the bottom. Perfect. All the way out to the edge. This wild little corner. Let me just give this some attention. There we go. It's 7 p.m. in Texas. That's exciting. And I'm ready for some tacos. Why'd I always join to you saying, here we go? Because here tends to be the place where we're going. And it's important that everyone knows that. I've got no idea. Sounds like coincidence, but I do say it an awful lot. There we go. Just in and around here. And down to here. All around these feet. There we go. And up in the sky here. Just a little bit. Maybe Seb wants US to paint him like a French girl for once. That's fair enough, Tanya. Everyone's out here telling me to paint them like a French girl. What if I want to be painted like a French girl? Come on, guys. Guys and girls. Everyone's like, oh my god. All this time, we've been so inconsiderate. There we go. Let's get this color in here. Bubba, welcome. You want to be a disciple? Go out there and make yourself happy. And you'll learn everything you need to learn on the journey to doing that. The waves. Max loves the waves. Hey, Max. Good to have you here. And thanks, Mikey. Appreciate that. Now, we're on that light violet. I remember there were some people here before who were pretty excited about that. With a little bit of blue through it. There we go. There we are. You come all the way down here. Dreamland Beach. There we go. Now I'm conscious of every time I say, there we go. Excuse me. There we go, down through here. Light violet. I bid 20p for it. That's exciting. I mean, I love me some Ryan Gosling and Blade Runner. Let's go. Fair enough. I don't think that's my cup of tea, but it is more than welcome to be yours. Here we go. Okay, and up here with that light violet bouncing over the clouds and down through here. Come on, light violet. Now it's starting to get more violet-y than blue, which is fun. This is when it's going to really start. This is going to be where it really starts jumping off the page. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Cheers. Thick boy. Congratulations. And I'm back. Welcome, Cozy. That was to Animal Kingdom guy. Well, I don't know what's happening there, but I can only say that I'm incredibly hopeful that everyone's having a good time. I need some water. Can you hear that little grind in my throat? See if that fixes it. That helped a little bit, actually. I love Ryan Gosling. He's my profile picture. He is. That's true. Good for you. That's a person who knows what they like. Specifically Ryan Gosling and Blade Runner. You'll be excited that he's getting lots of attention from Barbie. Violet never is too much. Could be. But I think we're hitting that nail on the head. I like how long this piece is taking. As in it's taking a long time or a little time. Right. Actually, let's just go like this. There we go. Put you there. There we go. Hello, Jacob. I'm doing fantastically. Good to have you here. Animal Kingdom's cracking up. All right. I might even bear with me. Voila. There we are. Okay. Okay. What's the longest time it took you to finish a piece? I've spent 40 hours on pieces before. Long periods of time. But in all honesty, it didn't make them better. The best pieces typically take 7 hours and 6 little visits. 6 different days. 7 hours where every stroke's meaningful and there's a purpose. And that'll typically cover the whole surface. After that, you're changing strokes, remedying strokes, not agreeing with strokes. Dangerous place to be. Is this a commission or just something I wanted to paint? Well, I've been getting harassed by my partner, actually. I've been getting harassed. She'd be gutted to hear me say it. But she really, really, really wanted me to depict a piece from the trip we had to Indonesia. And I selected this photo because Dreamland Beach is some place that's really special. Really special. And so it was time to turn this into paint. So Shelby's going to be happy. Max, when's the coffee break? Tell you what, we're not far off one, Max. That's quite an exciting idea. And Ojo Momo, Art New Zealand. Fun name. How do you sell your art? That's a good question. I think the answer is different for every artist. Typically for me, word of mouth has been one of the most powerful things for me. One person gets a painting, tells another person, tells another person, tells another person. My collectors are usually know each other. I like that because there's no painting that's more satisfying to sell than to someone who's already bought a painting of yours. Because that's a customer or that's a client who knows exactly who you are and what you make. And they've already got one and they say, please give me another. That's when you know that one person is very much on board with the way you do things. You're not trying to make a new sales pitch to a new person. You've got someone who says, I like so much of what you did and the way you did it, but I want another. That's the clients you want. Never ever think you're going to sell one person one painting. Think you're going to sell them as many as the walls in their house. And if they don't want another one, that's a really important thing to find out. Really important thing to understand why. Because I know from my own experience, when I find pottery, paintings, chairs, games, fabric, clothes that I like, what do? I can't get enough of it. So I think a lot of the time as an artist, we sell work and then we completely ignore the person we sold it to. Don't do that. Get in touch with them. Talk to them. How are they feeling? 1 month after. 1 year after. How is your art piece going? Have you painted on other objects aside from a surfboard? So I typically do wood panels. I love wood panels. I do canvases. Love canvas. Surfboards. A few coffee tables. But I think artists, we can get comfortable and sometimes addicted to the rectangle. It's a dangerous place to be. But I'm no exception to that rule. I've got a soft spot for rectangles. This one's a square. Do you want to find the bite in every colour, people? These are the return customers. That sounds like marketing a whole lot. Not so much like that, but if the painting does its job correctly, it should be emotionally fulfilling. And they're not just collecting them. They think that it really does bring something to their life. And if your paintings are doing that, not only are the right people finding them, but you're making them for the right reasons. And I think that's really compelling. You make TikTok art, not actual art. What's the difference? Is it because I share it? And real artists should never share it. We should hide it. Keep it a secret. Not let anyone see how it's made. You guys should never be a part of it. I should do this in seclusion. You think so? Ooh. No, guys, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to show you all the little parts and how we gently put the painting together. And we're going to do it together. Because art's a lonely journey. And if I do it alone, it's going to make the process feel isolated, less enjoyable, less happy. And that's going to rub off on the artwork. I don't want that. So here we are. Phil. Average price for an oil painting. That varies. But it's hard to price things at the moment when there's currently nothing available. So hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to say there's work up on the website. You can get pricing and sizes and all the fun stuff from there. You make it look east. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Shing. But, make no mistake, art's mentally draining. You're constantly having a debate inside your own mind. Where should the paint go? What colors should I be using? Or trying to stay in that flow state to just keep on applying it smoothly, coat after coat. Did we get any more life out of old mate? Heber just dropped a comment and ran. I prefer it, guys, when the feedback comes in. When the negative ones stay around. Because we can learn just as much from a positive comment as we can from a negative one. And I need to sit and think about it in terms of why didn't I connect with Heber? Why didn't he like this? Is it because I didn't show him a finished product? And if that's the case, that'd be all right. We can put one up on the wall over here. But I don't like that. It's not about finished products. It's about journeys. And you can think, was it what I was saying? Was I talking about a movie or shoes or something like that and not focusing on losing myself in the artwork? Maybe. I'd like to know. Anyway, are there any of the paintings you've made that you can't, let go of? Mikey, I think you can always let go of a painting. Excuse me. But I think, and sorry, Benny, this is the same one from the last stream. Would you believe it? We're doing a second coat. And thanks, Serena. Sorry, I forgot that comment there. Boop, boop, boop. No, I think I've got a few pictures I don't want to let go of. But I think you have them for a while, enjoy them, and then the time comes where you think, right, let's replace these. Let's let these bring the same joy they brought me to someone else. I like that. Who inspired my artistic style the most? It's a good question. That's an excellent question. Who inspired my artistic style the most? My mother. Right, here we go. Grab a bit of this. Thanks, Jundari. And greetings from Romania. Welcome. Good to have you here. Have a little bit of water. What's next on this painting's little trajectory? What do we do with it next? Right, next thing to do is I'm going to grab some gloss black. Then I'm going to grab some red, some very vibrant red, and add some little touching highlights. Probably red and pink, actually. So we've got magenta. I say pink, magenta. Magenta, red, and then gloss black. And then we will be complete. And that will be our version, my rendition of Dreamland Beach. Dreamland Beach, made by a TikTok artist. It's amazing that the sun we all painted in the corner as a child. Look, haven't we sort of done that in our own little way? This big red blotch. It's in the painting, but look, I love it because every child just assumes there's going to be sunshine. Why would there not be a giant semicircle in the corner with rays coming out of it? Beautiful. Good for you, kid. Should I add one on this one? Maybe I will add to the corner. Daryl. It's a lady running out into the surf at sunset. Honestly, sounds silly, but you don't really need to see it to feel it. So we sort of let the detail or the actual composition sort of fly out the window a little bit. And if I sit back, you'll notice this really special thing. I was saying it earlier, but with the colours and all these wild brush strokes, I want you to see an almost hourglass effect where the track where she runs tends to permeate out from her, and then from the sky, permeate out from her. And then with the black, we're going to emphasize these characters out here. That's going to be really fun. But then you'll see where she's going, what she's going for. So that's exciting. Now, since we're doing highlights, we go for a smaller brush. Voila, half the size. And we need the black. Gloss black, baby. Where am I from, Phil? I'm from New Zealand. This is the land of the long white cloud. Right. Rest break's over. Let's do this. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Come on, character. Out you come. There we go. Combine that in there. Beautiful. Kiwiland. What's the brand of the bottle? I like glass bottles. This is a SodaStream bottle. So, it's naughty of me. There we go. And over here. Perfect. Okay, so you see people out here in the waves? We see a surfer heading out there. We're not spending too much time on defining the surfer. It's not the the point of the painting. It's not about her. It's about where she's going. It's about where she is. So, enough detail here to acknowledge her. Just enough to see that she's taking that step with her right foot. That's all we want. And the insinuation that maybe something's being carried, but no more than that. And then I want you to see these lines coming here. The horizon blends into the sky. So hopefully you don't see an exact horizon, but you see these black dots in amongst these rolling waves, which insinuate the place that she's running out to. That's what we're after. It's everything we want. Now, that's our black. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Okay. Animal Kingdom. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Up close, it's a real mess. It's a real mess. No brush strokes in the right place. But when you come on back, where you stand, the overall picture comes together. These are just black dots. Free painting lessons. What more could we ask for? Phil, it's not about the painting. This painting is just a means to spread some happiness and goodwill to you guys, and I really hope, that you can take a little bit of something I do here and apply it to whatever craft you do, whatever makes you happy, or at the very least feel like you've got a right to do what makes you happy. I feel like a lot of us feel like we're not allowed to dance, sing, or paint because we're not great at it, and someone told us that we shouldn't do it, or that we needed to be good at it in order to do it. Whatever, doesn't matter. Someone gatekeeped you and told you not to pursue your dreams. Was it woodwork? I don't know. Or maybe you are pursuing in your dreams, in which case, fantastic. Great to have you here. What did you dream about last night? I didn't. But I need to start dreaming. I need to keep a little dream diary and writing them down, because that's important, Black Bunny. We understand. Cheers, Phil. It's amazing how the tiniest detail can completely alter a painting. Yeah. As Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it. This is true. This is true. Now, let me have a little look-see at this here. Yeah. Yeah, we need some little red touches. Yeah. Just a few. Just a few. Red and pink. Here's our pink. Voila. Pop. Total mess. Oh, no, sorry, Animal Kingdom. I thought you were talking about the painting then for a moment. And I was like, totally fair. Use my dreams for scripts sometimes. There you go. That's fun. That is fun. Look, Animal Kingdom. Your opinion's valid. You're allowed to not like things. Just remember that you not liking them isn't wrong. That's just an opinion that helps you better understand what you do like. Depends which lens you look at it through. You're allowed to just not have a taste for something. And through not having a taste for it, understand what you actually do like, what you do like, what's meaningful to you. Okay. There we go. Little bits. Just enough highlights to... We need a little bit more of that pink. Just skip to this. Hello, Zach. Welcome. Good to have you skipping on in here. Absolute pleasure. Oh, swiped. Nah. Good to have you here. Now, how do you fit everything into your time? So, I try to spend most of my time with you guys painting live. Honestly, getting your name out there or spending time on social media is really tough. I make reels, they're quite fun, but I don't like posting all the time. So some people are really good at it. For me, I get very, very self-conscious. I get very insecure about what I should post, how it should look, how do I put it out there. So for me, I love to just go live because then I can just be real. I don't need to fake anything. I can just be, this is who I am, take it or leave it. And so that's me. But other people might not like going live on social media. They might prefer just posting. Or they might prefer not being on social media at all. So my TikTok time is my painting time. I love having you guys here, make no mistake. People pulling me up on things and being like, oh, it's not coming together very fast. Or, oh, is this the same one as before? Or, I don't like what you did with those greens. Like, sometimes it beats you up, but at the same time, it helps you better understand what you do like about your own art, or where you want to defend it, and where you can accept that maybe I did make a little mistake there. Maybe I want to deviate for that for next time. And so, real pleasure. Sorry, I'm a bit late, but you said you wanted to paint something primal. Try painting Montgomery Brawl. What is that? I've heard it before, but I don't know what it is. And I love your vibes. I really like the painting. Just listening to yours. Oh, cheers. Parachute black hole. Oh, he's parachuting into the black hole. It's an exciting username. I like where your head's at. How do you... that was the question there. And then, when it comes to exercise, guys, do just enough. Just enough to make sure you, as a person, feel happy and energized and like you've got the energy to do what you want to do with your day. Today for me, went for a little walk on the beach, barefoot, frisky. Why? Honestly, I got bombarded with grounding videos and wanted to see how it felt to walk down the beach barefoot. I regret nothing. Honestly, I don't think I got charged differently, but I do think it was a thrill. Feeling the sand beneath your toes was really special. They say 10 minutes of brisk walking a day is enough to make a difference. I reckon. I'm not a brisk walker though. I meander. I used to fight it, try and walk brisk, try and run. I meander. And that might mean I need to meander twice as far. That's okay by me. I'll meander twice as far. There we go. What's been said here shouldn't. They should have started a fight. Oh, jeepers, what's going on there? And thanks for the good vibes, just going to go. Oh, no, we'll miss you, Phil. But hey, thanks for joining in. Phil, if you ever want one of these lives that I'm not around, they're all up on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll catch you tomorrow, if you're about. My nephew is autistic and loves having his shoes off so he can feel his feet on the... Yeah, fair enough. Can sympathise with that. Relish in the feeling sometimes? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't feel like we relish in the feeling enough. Right. Red, come here, Red. Let's get these highlights in. There we go. Perfect. Do you live near the sea? Yes, I do. I do indeed. And we'll pause there on this one. Spin it around so you can have a look-see. You're not supposed... Are you not used to walking on the sand without shoes, Seb? Nah, not usually. Let's have a little look-see here. Now, just if I missed any comments there. I've never received a response to my commission request. Sorry, boo-boo. How recent was it? And if it wasn't, I might be a few days behind. But if it was more than a week or two ago, then definitely get in touch with me because I missed it and I'm so sorry. But if it was only in the last, say, 4 or 5 days, trust me, I will get back to you. I'm a shocker, boo-hoo. I'll sort you out. Now, seriously, look it up a few days ago. Don't worry about a thing, boo-hoo. I'll be there. It's the best for strengthening. All right, it's exciting. Okay, so let's see if we can pull this up a little bit. Here we go. Here we have a character here. Lots of red sun. She's heading out, and we can see a few little surfers dotted around in the water that she's heading out to. That's what we're doing. Fantastic. All right. All right. It's a fun painting. It's definitely a fun one. We won't put too many... Kazakhstan! Welcome! Thanks, Tanya. Thanks, Connie. So, we don't want to add too much paint to it in the fear of actually losing... See up here, a few of these little strokes, like this one through here. See how it wavers? It's the kind of thing that you can lose in these scratches in here. The sort of expressive, sudden moments in its creation process, as you keep adding paint, you start favouring detail over the expression. This is an expressive work. The detail in it, and we don't over-embellish it at all, is a small character here. And we've hardly cared about that. She's very wild. The expression is our ability to capture the colours and the brief moment of the sunset. That's what we're after. Right. On to a fun one. Who's ready for a fun one? Up we go. Is this going to go up for me? There we go. Perfect. This is so bland. I'm so sorry, user. Okay. Let me take down this one. And I've got a fresh canvas coming on in. Okie dokie. Do I have 2 left or 1 left? I think 2. Here we go. Incoming with a big one. Perfect. User. This is the same person who said the other one was too much the other day. Thanks, Mikey. Appreciate that, you champion. No, I think it's, we wouldn't go from too bland to too much, right? That's, I guess they are different artworks. But please tell me. What am I doing? Is it because I'm boring? Is it the way I talk? Do I not do it fast enough? What's that song? God, some song was an old one about a girl asking what she did wrong for a breakup. That's what I'm doing right now. Tell me, user. Tell me. Where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong this week? How did I not impress you? Oh, thanks. What Lynn DeWants? Are you about to gesso that? No, we're just going to do it raw. Just the way it is. That's the plan. Raw canvas. Hello. Love from South Africa. Welcome. Good to have you here. No Animal Kingdom. The voice is not captivating. It's bland. We've learnt this. Okay. Fun picture time. I'm an idiot, guys. I'm just kidding with you. I'm kidding. Honestly, guys, we can't make everyone happy here, but we can make ourselves happy. We've got power over that. So, big picture time. Big picture time. Let's get... Here we go. Sharon, hello. Good to have you here. Right. Who's ready for a big wild piece? We're going to attack this. Get this out of the way here a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Push that to there. Grab this down. Leave that there. I'll do my best. I can't promise anything. Excuse me. Wild as in jungle or experimental? It's going to be a very well-known picture. And we're going to capture it in a way that it doesn't normally get captured. It's a black and white picture. So every time we make a color choice, it's just me thinking that this is the color to do that job. So color choices are wild. Color choices are naughty. Color choices are all personal preferences. The shape itself is already defined. We'll work to that shape, we'll try to. And we'll go from there. So, g'day John, how are we doing? Good to have you here. What kind of canvas is that? This is oil-tempered hardboard. Oil-tempered hardboard is a fantastic solution. And the reason I like this stuff is it has no chemicals in it. Don't use MDF. MDF's got this glue or usually has things inside it, chemicals, that mean that it won't last indefinitely. And if it gets touched by water, it's going to puff up. This here doesn't have the same effects. This one here has no chemicals in it. It'll last indefinitely. And it's also very, very resistant to water. So this is amazing to paint on. The reason why you'd avoid it is it has zero tooth. Hear that? It's completely smooth. So if you're trying to paint with texture, it won't bite into this as easily. So there's all the nits and notches with this. I see no painting. Yes, we haven't started one yet. We'll get there. Idea of what to paint. We just go with it. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to mark out a few areas, then we're going to crack into it. Start to finish, guys. So I'll talk a little bit about why we're making certain choices, but we don't want to get too much caught up in craft and the actual nuts and bolts of it. Let's get caught up in the actual fun of painting. I was telling a few people that there is a thing coming out in the near future, which is not all about it, but much more craft based. And in that, we'll go into depth, how to spot shapes, how to paint shapes, how to build a painting up from zero in a way that either an artist can hopefully glean something, or someone who wants to see inside the crazy mind, and it is a crazy mind, of an artist. It wants to cater for two types of people like that. You can either follow along, or you can just watch. I like that. Now, sorry, how did your art change when you swapped from sculpture to painting? How did my art change? It didn't. I always did both, but I always found the ability. My sculpture was always fun. It had amazing impacts. And conventionally, sculpture was phenomenal. But I think a lot of people connected more with my paintings. So I should have actually, and my mother actually, funnily enough, always supported my painting endeavours much more than my sculpture endeavours. So I never actually sat down and thought I should be doing painting. You end up going on a course that you think's the correct one. You get so entrenched in it, thinking you're on the right track. Don't get me wrong, I'll always love sculpture, but it's not me. Painting's me. This is what I do. Do you have any examples of sculpture on your websites? John, this is where it gets interesting. I don't. But my sculpture wasn't typically with clay. I did performance sculpture. This is when you get really niche. And I had this board that I did in high school that sent me off to university, art school, for scholarships. And they actually had it. I didn't get it back for about 3.5 years, 4 years, 5, a lot of years, maybe half a decade. They had it touring around. Your drawing is so vibrant, intimidating. Ooh, I'm sorry. Realize that the vibrancy we put in these pictures is to welcome you, not to intimidate you. So I'll try and make this as welcoming as possible. Work with me here. Yeah. So the board toured around with the Top Art Roadshow, which is a thing in New Zealand. And look, it was going around with them for years and years and years as an example of what... I mean, this is where I got so lost in sculpture, because they were using my sculpture work as an example of what other students should be doing, what scholarship looks like, what excellence looks like. And so I thought, right, well, I'm a sculptor. This is what everyone wants from me. That was incorrect. That was me doing exactly what I tell you all never to do. Don't let everyone else's expectations of what you should be govern what you should do to make you happy. And eventually, I saw the light. And now I paint. But hey, if you ever need if you ever need someone who can really understand, it was with people, specifically my performance sculpture. So if you imagine lots of people, usually, now it was in no way sexual, but usually topless, and I would intertwine and connect the bodies in different ways, and then photograph in a way that you wouldn't so much be able to tell one person from the next, but it was more in the form that you create with very, very identifiable limbs. Yeah, it was absolutely crazy, guys. If you looked at it from the outside, you'd be like, that's really cool, but that's insane. But when did the penny drop? Slowly. There's no giant realization where you suddenly have a euphoric experience where you now know who and what you want to be. It doesn't work like that. It's a whisper. It gently comes to you slowly over years or decades. And so you've got a responsibility to yourself to try and listen really carefully to that inner monologue, that little whisper that tries to tell you who and what you want to be. Because the world's telling you constantly, the world is screaming at you, be this, be that, do this, be that, do that now. And there's this little whisper inside you that knows what you actually want to be doing, how you actually want to spend your time, and who you actually want to be. So, navigating and growing the ability to listen to yourself while the world's screaming at you, this is powerful. This is Steve. No, it's not Rick. But I like your enthusiasm. Dumb question, but why is the canvas brown? Does the initial color affect the composition? It does affect the composition. It does affect it. And so does having a white background. This brown here is probably straight down the middle. 50% dark, 50% light. Which is arguably, if you hadn't been taught or raised on white canvases your whole life, starting directly in the middle would be correct. But we've grown up to learn that you should start with a perfectly white canvas. And that is how you start a painting. I like white canvases, don't get me wrong. But branch out. Use black canvases. Use brown. In this case, this is actually wood. So there's a wood texture to it. It's beautiful. Is that a true artist that you listen to? That you listen to your own voice? Is that a true artist? I don't quite understand the question, but it's definitely yourself. Like, it's not like I'm talking about something unique here. We're all used to listening to I don't care what you call it, your guts, your instinct, your heart, your feelings. I don't care. Everyone's got their own words for the same or a similar thing. You're allowed to listen to it. How often do you experiment? Every single painting is an experiment. It's not even cheesy. If you're not experimenting in a painting or challenging yourself to spread yourself a little bit differently, in a slightly different way, on a slightly different style or with mediums, subject matter, then it's not art. And I say that because art done repetitively is craft. So once you're not trying to express something or make something unique, you're making a beautiful craft, don't get me wrong, but the art aspect is lessened. So if you're in the pursuit of art, pursue it and be ready to make mistakes. End up somewhere you didn't expect. This is fundamental in art. There's that word again. I believe that. I got told by a lot of my partners that I'm a cheesy person. I am. Used to think it was a bad thing. Now I've come to grow to learn that actually, no, it's not. And usually sayings that are correct, those cheesy ones that you hear on Disney, are actually how we all feel and what we all believe to be the case. Until the world told us to feel less and don't be so much. And yeah, I don't agree with it, guys. Painting is an expressive thing. How can it not be cheesy? Maybe not corny. They can be there or not, but cheesy? Absolutely. Feelings are cheesy. Hey, the ever so cheerful. Hello, Taylor. How you doing? I use it in a self-deprecating way. I do a little bit. And I say that because I know that a lot of people listen and they may get out of it that the attitude I have towards it is... they may get out of it and enjoy the words I've said and sit with them and use them for whatever they do. And another group of people will immediately ignore it because they'll be thinking that's cheesy nonsense. And so I try to bring those people back with a last little hook to say, I know it's cheesy. Come back. come back and listen. This is important. And sometimes they can be on the fence, start thinking it's cheesy. I say I also agree it's cheesy, but come on back and I can win them over. So that's what I'm up to there. Great, and you? I'm fantastic, Taylor. Serena's out of here. Right. Let's get started. Black. We're going to do black? Yeah, let's do some black. Let's make it happen. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Distance high five to the first person who can spot what this is. Distance high five. Here we go. Okay. Thanks, Serena. Appreciate you. What am I painting today? It's a secret. It's a secret. But like I say, if you spot it, then long distance high five. A tree or a swamp? No. No, 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 no. You can see how, as I'm doing these brush strokes here, I'm not trying to stay or find form in the picture. I'm losing myself in little pockets of it. I've got a rough idea of what the overall composition is going to be, but I'm not letting that take control of where the brush goes. An old man. Guys. I've only done 5 brush strokes. Give it some time. Give it some time. But it is an old man. But, who? That's the question. Who are we depicting? Losing ourselves in little pockets of a face. Ah, Kirsten Rambo. All right. Well, we can recognize it. It's Gandhi. Haunted house. Well, it's all over. I really thought I was going to get more brush strokes into this one. Well done, Kirsten. We're done here. The fruitation. I didn't quite understand that. Yeah. So give it some time. Let me start capturing these little marks in his face. Maybe you can start to see the shadow around this eye and where the spectacle might be. But this one here, still very much ambiguous. There we go. Framing the face. John, you're an absolute legend. Albert Einstein, not quite. What are some paintings available? Are there some paintings to buy yet? No. Guys, I'm so sorry. We're in an odd little spot right now. John, also by the way, appreciate the support, you absolute legend. All the prints are gone, and all the paintings. I've got 2 I was going to list up on the originals page, but people are viewing them, and they may not make it up onto the website. So, bear with me, because I've got about 8 to 10 prints that I'm going to release on the website. It won't be before Friday. I'm working on it bit by bit. And when they go live, there'll be some more art available. But at the moment, guys, just enjoy it with me. Just enjoy the art. And I promise I'll get some collector's prints and some originals available. But you guys make it hard to keep them in stock. And that's really cool, but I also keep about 2 or 3 back in my house and in my studio to actually make the place special. So it's kind of like if you go to a farm, you expect farm animals. I like to have a few pieces that just keep me inspired, they can help me feel something, guys. Painting's not just something that goes on your wall that you think, right, that's made that place look pretty. I'm going to do it the rest of my day. It's something that constantly you can go back to and feel and get expression from and connect with humans on and look at in a way that actually, I like to consider a painting over time to be an eighth of a cup of coffee. You know that feeling when you get that first espresso and you're ready for your day? Imagine if a painting could do that. On your wall, it's up there, and as you walk past it, a little bit of a kick. A little bit of vitality to get out there and start your day, or end your day, or do your day, whatever you're up to. When you paint live, does it ever influence what you choose to paint? Sometimes. The temptation when you go live is to bring a beautiful picture up here and put it in front of you guys and say, look, I'm amazing. I have a finished result. And I think that's what a lot of social media can be for artists. Because of the level of insecurity we can have around our work and our desire, our intense desire for acceptance, we wouldn't dare put out something unfinished into the world to be judged upon it. And so, as an artist, it's so important, or I believe it's important for me to do, and for other artists to see me doing it, to say, here's my unfinished product. Roast me if you feel, but I want to take you on a journey with me, and let's see if we can make something beautiful. We may fail, but let's do that together. Thanks, not Jesus. So, I once drank coffee and then managed to go to sleep. I get what you mean. I can sleep with coffee in my system. No trouble whatsoever. No trouble whatsoever. Yeah. And look, guys, if you've had a look through some of the reels sometimes, there will be people who will see the reel as a finished result, and they'll actually show you why some artists are justified in their insecurity of not wanting things to be seen until they're finished. But guys, I'm 30, but I've lived a bit of life, and I've got some thick elephant skin on me, so I'm good for it, baby. Bring it my way. But it's important that you don't get caught up thinking your work needs to be something before it's finished. Or, if you're doing it for you, that it ever needs to become something. This is controlling an entire creative approach by telling a painting that it has to be what everyone else wants it to be. Imagine telling that to your feelings. Your feelings have to be what everyone else thinks they should be. That sounds like therapy inbound. I shouldn't be laughing, but that sounds like therapy inbound. Painting's expressive. It's something that shows you in a little way. It's your own little way, just like a cave painter tens of thousands of years ago, or however long ago, sat there and sprayed berry juice onto his hand as he put it on the wall or her, and left a handprint there as if to say, in a small way, I was here. You're doing that with your art. Don't for a second think, I don't think that caveman, that cave woman felt insecure in that moment that, oh my God, is this the way the handprint needs to go on to impress the other caveman? I mean, maybe. I think in that moment, they were just enjoying the fact that they could make. Took a break to go to your website. Oh, thanks, the Animal Kingdom. Hope you enjoyed it. Seems to me philosophy and psychiatry aren't so very fun. No, they're not. No, they're not. I thoroughly enjoyed philosophy through university. If only to get a kid who thought he knew everything and teach him that he knew nothing. That was really, really powerful for me. All the original thoughts I had running through my head, nah, they're not original, Seb. Someone else said them first. Go out there and find the answers. Credit who said it. And God, if I could do anything, I'd go back and do philosophy again and again. It's so refreshing to sit down in a room and get told how much you don't know. The dog paw print because it's novel. Print flowers because it's novel. Maybe. I love Leatherface. Leatherface? You enjoyed philosophy? I know. I see what you're doing there, John. You know I would love philosophy. I found morality, papers on morality, absolutely fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. I studied religion and I studied metaphysics. So I love wondering why we're here. I love wondering what we should do. And I love wondering how we should do it. So that's where I get to. Neil, don't be sorry. Just be happy. Not even sure why you're apologising. Makes up for all the time I haven't painted for. All right. Uh-oh, delete every email I ever sent. Yeah. Sometimes it feels like that. I think artists go through that too. You're making your art, then all of a sudden you think, wait a minute. I should be doing it like this. Oh my God. And you'll try and bring back all your paintings or hide them or not sell them. I was actually talking to one artist who had this fascinating philosophy. Fascinating. She would keep her works for years. And what she'd do is after 2 years, she'd go back and repaint the work on top of it. And so you get this painting, which over a 2-year period was started, her style changed, and then the new her tried to shoehorn into the old her. And the painting was this combination of a younger and then an older artist. Kind of interesting. It's not for me, but kind of interesting. Aha! No. The fact that the universe isn't going to do that is an absolute blessing. The fact that you get to figure it out can be tough. But it's the most worthwhile thing you'll ever do. Right. Next color up. Next color up. This is olive yellow. Let's make it happen. Okay. Greetings from New Zealand, horse rider. Welcome. Welcome, horse rider. So you can see here, we're just grabbing those highlights now. Are they in the right place? I doubt any of them are. Does it matter? Not when they're going on with the best of intentions. Are you from Australia? I am not. This is New Zealand. We are in New Zealand. There we go. You do pottery and that's a special craft? Of course it is. Pottery is a sort of craft. It's a sort of craft that it's tactile, incredibly tactile. A beautiful painting doesn't usually get touched. Beautiful pottery, a good mug, is used a million times. This is different. It's pretty special though. But I guess many artists feel that way. John, my trail of thought's already been lost, but you'll need to remind me where I was at. What addictive additive are you pouring on the paint? Slow dry. Good guess. It is slow dry. Not because we want the painting to slow dry, but we do want it to actually move, have the viscosity or the movement in the paint itself to spread easily. That's why we're here. That's why we want it. No, you're all right, John. I was just a little bit... as I'm painting, my mind goes at 100 miles per hour. It's exhausting. I'll be honest with you, it's exhausting. Mentally draining, but it does mean I lose my trail of thought. So I sometimes need a little reminder. Hello, Luna. Welcome back. Here we go. There we go. Did anyone guess it? I didn't even make it through the black before someone got it. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't even make it through the black. Right. So, I'm not sure what gave it away so fast. But we'll get there. There's some more blacks to go down here, actually. We'll get there. I brighten your nights? That's fantastic. Figuratively, I hope. Here we go. Here we go. Thanks, Neil. Appreciate that. Aha! Makes you inspired. You're Brian. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. I thought you were saying Brian, but Brain. I appreciate that too, John. Here we go. Get the orange. We haven't used orange yet, but we will. Maybe that's the olive yellow you're seeing. Which does have, I suppose, a little bit of a orangey feel to it. Here we go. And up around here. And down here. Sorry, not the painting. I was replying to someone. Sorry, Animal Kingdom. I try and glance up and read, and then get back down into it. So, you'll have to excuse me. There we go. Started painting. It was pretty chaotic. I love it. That's fun. Yeah. Start with chaos. You can't really bring in chaos later on. You have to open with it. Detail can come in later on. There's a million ways to add in detail later on. But if you don't start with fun, it's hard to bring it in later. There we go. This is controlled chaos. Too personal, don't answer. Do you feel you have ADHD? No, I don't. I don't. In fact, actually, John, when I used to paint, I used to get so caught up in perfectionism. I'd be down here like this, endlessly, trying to get the gradient right in this little part here. Be like, no, actually, I need a little bit of naphthol crimson and a teeny bit of yellow light and a tiny bit more white. Like this. And I'd never escape that corner. And slowly I'd creep over the course of the canvas. By the time I'd finished it, I resented the result that much. I wish I'd never started. The painting was a testament to the grueling thing I'd made, and it didn't have the love behind it that I wanted to capture. The intention I started with. I didn't lead with that intention. I was hoping to find it in the conclusion. So incorrect of me. And now, upon knowing that and actually understanding myself better, I attack my paintings in the way that every stroke's okay. Every single stroke is enough. It doesn't need me to endlessly judge it and demand that it be something else. They're all mistakes. But together, they can all come together and be beautiful. And the only thing that would stop that from happening is me resenting them as they got put down, judging them, trying to control them, make them what they're not. Best of intention, best of intentions, best of intentions come together. And that's when I realized that in a process, it can all be imperfect. Every stroke can be wrong. As long as I lead with the intention that actually this is a beautiful thing and I want to be a part of it, and something beautiful can come out of an imperfect process, at the end, sometimes I look at the picture and it is perfect. I am in love with it. And yet nothing about it's right. That's okay. That's beautiful. Oh, cheers, John. I appreciate that. Let's have a little look at this one from a distance for a bit. I think we're going to grab purple. Oh, look, it's a lot going on, John. It's a lot going on, but I think the amount of things happening actually stops me, probably, from getting caught in my old trap. I need, would ADHD, I mean, heck, maybe. Would ADHD get caught in that corner permanently, though? Just stuck. Maybe OCD, but no. I'm working on it. Perfection is a lie. Perfection is not a lie, but you're allowed to reach perfection through imperfect ingredients. I think we're so quick to think perfection is a combination of perfect things, and it's not. Perfection comes from emergence. Emergence is what you get when the sum of a group of things equals more. When the sum of a group of things equals more than the individual parts. So emergence is when 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 10. We had 5 ones, but when we added them together, we got 10. Emergence happens in insect colonies a lot, where the sum of the parts, no ant is really that interesting, but in a collective group of them, they're fascinating. A new intelligence comes out in the way the ant colony works as a whole. Same thing happens with fish, schools of fish. So, in that same way, every brushstroke on a canvas is like an ant or a fish. By itself, it's not interesting. It's technically wrong. It's not courageous. It's not anything. But when you add 10,000 of them together, all dancing to the same song sheet, trying to achieve the same result because you led with intention, that's when perfection emerges. And that's okay. Have I seen Barbie yet? I have not seen Barbie. Someone with ADHD is actually taking advantage of this particular situation. Is actually an advantage in this particular situation. Oh. I'll tell you what, John. I'll get myself checked. It'd be funny to come back on here and be like, hey guys, went to see my doctor. I've been diagnosed. Turns out I'm ADHD. Anyway, how are we all doing today? Thanks, Alice. I appreciate that. How's it going? I'm going good. You like the ant analogy. That's good. Think about that all the time. It is a healthy one. Emergence. And we don't have to understand why the sum of the parts would equal more than the individual pieces. All we need to understand is that it definitely does. And that's the only way I got myself out of that permanent little rut of thinking I couldn't move on until it was perfect. It's okay for it not to be. Because in hindsight, that little brushstroke I put there, even though it's wrong right now, once this is finished, it's going to be part of something perfect. And that makes me really happy. No, I have not. The mountains are waiting for me. They are indeed. I was actually talking to a client yesterday. He was asking, when are you coming to America? What's going on? I've heard the promises. You haven't moved yet. It's inbound, team. Here we go. Is that something you're planning? It's not booked in, John, but it's in the pipeline. It's a possibility. There's a lot of collectors in the States that I want to get around to visit, one after the next. And that'll be really special for me personally. But it'll be a big deal when I do it because there's lots of places I need to visit. So I can't just skip out collectors in certain states. Or maybe do a briefer trip where I just pop into the big cities, do some live sessions, hit the track. And welcome to the team, Ellen. Faint signals of Vega. Maybe. I spent 6 years going backwards and forwards from Vegas. I love the people there. I love the way they think and the way they really, really care. I met some incredible people in America who had nothing but love in their hearts. So, I don't think it's all doom and gloom. Even New Jersey? Possibly. Possibly. Here we go. Let's get a little bit of Bill Murray. Sometimes it's just fun to paint a photo and hear the suggestions that come in. All right, let's have a little look-see here. Perfect. Right, team. I've got another 40 minutes to dabble away here. 40 minutes. And then I've got a meeting. That'll give me 10 minutes to prepare for the meeting. And we'll go from there. Plenty of time, though, to get this whole thing covered in paint. There we go. Have you worked with neon paints before, or resins? Resins are a funny one. Resins can be quite toxic. Be careful with those. I prefer non-toxic paints. Safe. You don't need to use the toxic stuff. Although I do sometimes go back to oils, nostalgically. And what was the other one there? Neon paints. Neons are fun. But I think there's a lot of beauty in those old school pigments. I think there's beauty in the old school pigments. There we go. There we go. Your product are green if possible. Not quite legible, but can't quite understand. There we go. Hey, we hit 30,000, guys. You bunch of legends. I missed the 10 and I missed the 20, but 30 is pretty fun. Okay. Love it. Got to go gamble now. Not really. Oh, good. All right. Go enjoy yourself. We'll catch you later. Next color we need is a whole bunch of white. White. Or a pastel hue. That'll work too. Let's have a little look-see in here. See what I've got. Thanks, Mikey. Appreciate that. Kenny, lovely to have you here. Let's get some of this. There we go. All right. Perfect. All right. Let's see if we can turn this into something special. Pastel pink. Mm-mm-mm. Even sit down over here as I put down these ones. Look at that. That's convenient. There we go. All the way to the edges. All the way to the edge. This whole part here is white, but we're just going to put down some pastel. That'll cut it for now. There we go. There's dots along here. What's one coin worth? No idea. I thought it was pastel pink. It should be. It'll look like white. It's very, very, very light pastel pink. There we go. Here we are. Hopefully we can start to see a little bit of Gandhi coming out here. Not fully. He's a long way from finished. But a little bit of the Gandhi feel. As we keep applying this paint. You thought it was Gandhi. Great start. You ran out of your pastel pink. Sorry to hear that, Mason. There we go. There we go. There's the rim on the glasses. That'll be the dead giveaway. If that didn't give away a bit of Gandhi, I'm not sure what will. Premium. Okay. Here we are. All right. What's up next is the question. Done our blacks, done 3 tones of warmth, And now I've added our whites. So for the most part, I think we'll start to get a Gandhi feeling. We should start to see, even with just a few strokes, some spectacles and the shadows around them. A lot of people think glasses on a person. I'm going to do a little bit of craft. Bear with me here, guys. You'll think glasses on a person, and so you'll start doing two big circles, and then, you wonder, why did that look stupid? You'll see that when we, pardon me, when we started these ones, we painted the shadows and everything around the face. We didn't paint these thin little lines. You don't see thin little lines first. You see glasses, only because they're iconography, and they spark your neurons to make you think there's something there. But what we actually see is those deeper shadows. Now, when we got to the smaller and smaller brush strokes and started to spot little parts of the beard, that's when we went for the last little bit of glinting light, capturing those glasses. But more significant than the glasses, if you look at Gandhi's face here, is the shadows surrounding them. When the light captures his face, we don't see the lenses as much as we see the shadows that the lenses caught around here. So, the best way to paint glasses, don't paint them. Just paint exactly what you see. Okay, Gandhi, yes indeed. Okay. What are we going to do next? Let me stand back and actually see what I think we need to add here. We've tapered his jaw a bit much. It's a bit wider than it actually is here in this shot. We can bring that out no trouble. So maybe we grab some purple. Play around with that. Hey, Trina. I think purple's a good bet, actually. Let me see if I've got some glossy purple. He does. That's exciting. Glossy purple. And we're going to find a few of those little shadows down the bottom here. And then we're going to capture some of the eyes around the... some of the lines around the eyes. And we've got... 26 minutes. See how we go. See how we go. There we go. Down here. Onto a knee. There is black in there though. Can we grab that? We can. Got some black here. There we go. There we are. There we go. Wow, all red. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We'll use the purple to almost signify wisdom in this picture. So we'll frame the bottom of the face, then we'll use it around these eyes a little bit. Seeing with purple. There we go. Perfect. So I was going to focus it around the eyes. We're already deviating there. And allowing it to get all up over this face. Why not? Okay. Black. Give me some more of that black attack. Here we go. Not getting too hung up though on exactly where these lines want to go. We do want to add a bit more black to these eyes. There we go. And we're sorted. That is our rendition of Gandhi. We'll come back to it, slash it with a few other colours, but there you go. I'll spin it around to face you. There we go. All right, and tilt it up a little bit. Gandhi. So wild, fast, and the key we're doing here is starting not with glasses but with shadows. We didn't use the whole colour palette. We just used the salmons, the yellows, the purples, and a little bit of red, naphthol crimson. And then topped off with a little bit of purple, just to add that bit of frisk in there as if blue was going to creep in there. And we have Gandhi. There we go. And I think even in these vivid, aggressive colours we've used, because we have used quite vitalising reds and warm colours and yellows, and it's sort of invigorating, an invigorating colour palette. But I think we can still see a little bit of kindness there. A sternish look, no doubt. But kindness in these eyes. Kindness in eyes that have seen a lot. I think that's a good way to put it. Anyway, guys, so earthy. Indeed. All right, team. I am going to evaporate. I'll give myself another cheeky 22 minutes to get ready for my meeting. Can't hurt. I'll be around, though, in the very near future. We've got more canvases to do. I've got a whole day tomorrow, which is going to be dedicated to nothing but hanging out. Painting, non-stop. Canvas after canvas. And we'll take some fun projects up in that day. Maybe a whole line of faces, see where it takes us. Rids. Oh, my accent, Rids. Indeed. Thanks, Serena, I appreciate that. Okay, guys, wishing you all the best for your day. Wherever you are in the world, nighttime, daytime. If it's New York and it's 9 p.m, don't just doom scroll till 2 a.m. Get some sleep. And if you're waking up, cheers, John. Appreciate that. And thank you. Have a good night. I appreciate that. John, you're an absolute legend. I appreciate that to no end. Guys, really fun live. It's always a pleasure to jump on here and spend some time with you. Make no mistake. I feel like as I pour from my cup and try and share with you guys, my one simultaneously gets refilled, which is pretty special. Bit of emergence there. So, all the best, guys. You absolute champions. Look after yourselves. I will see you in no time. Much love, Victoria. Bye-bye. Jay Smith. Ryan, if you're still here, you were here at the very start. And John, all the best, guys. And JB. I'll just wait till the Shooting Stars feature stops though, because this is really fun to watch. This is awesome. It's really pretty. It feels like they're shooting at me, like I'm getting bounced off the screen a little bit. And Greg, of course, and Greg. Good to have you here, Greg. Came in late. That's all good, JB. It's been a pleasure to have you. All right, guys, we'll be in touch. I will post the replay on this, the time lapse, on Instagram and TikTok. So if you came in late, like JB did, it's all good. You'll catch it. All right, guys. Bye for now. See ya.